welcome to another edition of Spit the Tea, where we try to give you the tea exactly how we got it. We spit it right back at you the same way.
Girl, you got some tea for me?
Alright, you know what it is, you know what time it is. Time for me to do a reaction and spill and spit some tea. You know what I'm saying? The video 43 minutes with Nique reacting to King documentary where he admitted to cheating. And you know what? I'm just pulling the tea I can pull. Tell y'all how I feel. React to that part. So it's gonna be a lot of skipping. Let's just go straight to the tea.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. You in my business? Yeah, don't do that.
Highly requested video, and I semi didn't want to do this video because I feel like it's gonna make me emotional, and I really don't like to get all fucking emotional on camera and shit. But I guess I gotta give the people what they want to see. Plus, I gotta make my coins, so it just makes sense to make sense. You feel what I'm saying? But no, I'm just playing. Today I'm gonna be reacting to Splain's documentary. I kind of seen snippets of it, and I heard that it has a lot of meat in it. So it's really not much to say. A lot of people requested and wanted to hear my opinion on the documentary. It seemed very, very professional and very well put together. So I'm just gonna kind of watch it and speak. He tells his side of the story, so I'm really interested to hear his side of the story. Yeah, so let's get straight into this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, so she pretty much just gushing on this video. No, some light, just gushing how she feel, kind of having a little fun, trying not to get emotional. I ain't finna watch all this. We about to skip past all this. See if we can get to some fun parts, some tea. Like I said, just the tea. That's all I'm here for.
His numbers in Spanish.
I'm very proud. I'm very happy that that's my child.
He's a good dad, y'all.
Good soul, you know what I'm saying?
They like this.
I love him to death, I ain't gonna lie. Like my baby. I ain't gonna cap this one right
They
now.
love Cosmo. I love Cosmo. We both love Cosmo. Look at Cosmo. He was.
Two.
This is so dramatic.
Hurt myself. So tell me, when did things go wrong?
Oh no. They got the sad music and shit. When did things go wrong?
In our relationship,
Hurting
down
fast.
the line, I actually cheated. You know what I'm saying? I cheated.
He's
My
sweet.
decision on certain things that, you know what I'm saying, as us behind closed doors had multiple conversations about. She accepted me back. We moved on from it. Stuff was still holding.
This is one of the clips that I seen and that I did want to speak on. Yeah, because I feel like he didn't go into depth, but it's really nothing to go into. Well, it is stuff going to depth. I guess it's none of y'all business. Yeah, in our relationship, around the time where things did go wrong, he did cheat on me. I had been so you know, you have someone on a leash, you never give them enough time to hang themselves or enough rope to hang themselves. Mama used to always tell me, you can't keep holding people with a short rope. You got to give them enough rope to hang themselves. So the years that we were together, I was so on him and so on him and so on him that I realized that I was kind of suffocating him, and that was one of the things that was making him very unhappy.
Usually I see this stuff already online. I see some of the tea and I react to it that way. But this is kind of fresh and new for me. But they handling the situation very, very mature. I'm talking about for their age. And she's understanding that she held on too tight. I personally think they'll get back together sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? They just need a little freedom, which is probably the best thing for them. Is just to go out there and get free, experience other things in life, and then come back. But they handle it very mature. She understands she probably would never do it again in another relationship if they don't come back together. Just my opinion for me watching this, seeing the look on her face. But give him enough rope to hang himself. It's almost like you said, I know he gonna cheat, so I'm gonna watch him cheat, or I'm gonna let him show his hand, which I thought that wasn't good. But anyway, let's get to the video. Let's get back to the video.
So around, like, you know, one of the times where it's like, Nique, he ain't did nothing, you know, just let him go. He wanted to go out of town one time, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just let him be free. I trust him. We got that trust. We got this bond. He ain't gonna never break it. Like, I know him. He's solid. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like a slap in the face because, you know, as soon as you let your guard down and somebody break that trust and somebody, like, hurt you, or somebody, like, you know how you build, it took a lot out of you to trust a person, and as soon as you trust them, they kind of lose your trust. Like, they kind of do some shit, and you be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, I was just starting to trust you. Damn. Like, you really fucked it up for me. You really fucked my head up with this one. You get what I'm saying? So that was kind of one of the things that happened when he cheated. And I did, you know, he was like, you know, it's a mistake. It was a lot of crying. It was a lot of long nights. It was a lot of sad nights. It was a lot of me going to my parents' house. It was a lot, it was a lot, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I said, you know, I want to do this with my family. I want us to be together. People make mistakes. I feel like nobody really makes the same mistake twice. I believe in people making mistakes. I believe in...
I wonder if she trying to say he cheated more than one time. Was this before or after the baby? I'm wondering. This is very misleading. I guess I should continue to watch and see. But I'm wondering if that's what she's trying to say, that he cheated more than once. So he had a whole girl on the side, which is what all the other T pages are trying to say. I don't know.
People having problems in their relationship, I just don't believe in doing it more than once.
Into that, coming with us, you know what I'm saying, as a weight on an ankle.
Yeah, it was definitely like
I started to want to put up to different things, and I couldn't do different things because of, you know, obviously I broke trust, you know what I'm saying, I broke a promise. We didn't really tell our business. We didn't really let nobody know what was going on with us off camera.
Like, it's happened overnight for me. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, I woke up one morning, one day, and everything was on me. Like, for real, like, everything was on me. And it's like, how can you go from this to that, you know what I'm saying, like, just so quick, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, like what the fuck?
I think that was something that, you know, she couldn't get over, or, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the fact... He said he think that it was stuff, maybe something that I couldn't get over. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't get over it, y'all. Because eventually I had started to, you know, it's just, okay, you know how somebody cheat and then they be like, right after that, like, I'm not going to do this no more. I promise. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. Da, 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 da. And then next week it's back to the same shit. You know what I mean? That's what kind of happened in this situation. It was like he wanted me to forget it overnight. Dudes want you to heal overnight. They want you to start completely trusting them again overnight. They want to do what they want to do. They want to go to the strip club. They want to go here. They want to go do this. They want to do that. Right after you then broke the trust.
I feel what she's saying. She basically saying, I don't even really trust you to be without me for a couple hours. Now you want to go do everything you've been doing before, but you already broke the trust. Which is hence probably the reason why this probably was best for him to go ahead and walk away, take a break or break up, whatever you call it. Because if she can't trust him to go out the door, then like he said, he felt suffocated, felt trapped. Anyway, I'm gonna go finish out what she's talking about.
You know what I'm saying? They do stuff and then they put it like, they do stuff and then they'll be like, man, you should have took me back if you wasn't gonna trust me. And you be like, damn, nigga, you just said you was gonna earn my trust back. You get what I'm saying? And he would do little stuff, but the cheating just became repetitive.
So it wasn't him that cheating at one time. So she got the right to be like, where you going, what you doing. See, guys always want you to take them back. But if you cheat on them, they pride so messed up, they ain't really finna take you back. They like, nah, you gotta go. They can't get the image out their head. Women go through the same thing, but they don't want to hear that. They just want to hear what they feeling at the time and want what they want, but they don't want to think about nobody else. But I was wondering did he cheat more than one time. So that's what it is. Why she kept saying it's prepared. Okay. Well, King, you had us. Now you about to be Chris Sale, I think. I don't know. I'm cool with either way. But what y'all think? Comment down below.
The me catching him texting girls, the me catching him trying to talk to girls, or try to communicate with girls, or try to talk to girls through his friends and stuff like that. That is what I could. You know how somebody cheat and then they wait a long time, maybe a year or two, do it again?
Dang, King. You need to go take you some acting class, man. You had me gone. I used to read between. I figured it was some, but I thought y'all had another shot. I like, oh, they just young. I thought y'all had a shot. King, you played us. You played us, King. Y'all think King played us? Comment down below. Say, you played us, King. Just put that in the comments, then I know you watched the video.
And like, let me test it out. It wasn't that for him. I feel like he was so unhappy. He was so unhappy that he did it. And then once I forgave him, it was kind of like oh shit, she forgave me. Let me see what else I could do. And that's
Bye. You should see the tea already. I'm telling you, you should see the tea already. See the video, pull the parts out. No, this is a full live reaction. Never seen this before. Why should she just tell? If you don't learn that, that's what she just said. Learn that. People push your buttons, try to see what lines they can cross, especially men. That might be the mean to say. But they try to see what lines they gonna cross. And each time they see where they can get closer to pushing your bound to see how far you gonna let them go. That's why if you nip it quick, they know you ain't gonna let it go that far. Make them pay. Or leave them alone altogether. They'll never keep doing that, making that same mistake if they really want that person. Just my opinion.
You sure? Yeah. That's what I couldn't. That's what I could. That was the weight. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like a, man, I did it one time, I'm perfect, she can't get over it. It was like a, man, I did it this one time, but all the other stuff I did, it wasn't that bad. You get what I'm saying?
And couldn't move from.
Yeah, we couldn't move forward.
But at the same time, you tell me to do it, now you feel like it's not genuine because I just told you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
When it's supposed to naturally just be like, you should.
Another problem, I hate to keep stopping on the video, but I wanted to speak on the video and speak what I watched. Another problem in our relationship, with him saying that like conversations behind closed doors. After he cheated, it became like at first it was like I cheated, I don't know why I cheated, that was the biggest mistake of my life. And then it became, when I wasn't taking that, it became, I cheated because of you're not a good girlfriend, or you this, you that, you don't cook enough, you don't clean enough, you don't.
Man, what they doing is just trying to make that insecurity. They make you so insecure when they do stuff like that.
My thing is on 5%. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. So that's what it became. It became like a him telling me. He started to tell me he was unhappy. He had never told me he was unhappy until after he cheated. And then once I caught him cheating, he was like, you know, it's like everything just started all of a sudden coming out. And I'm like, damn, I never knew you felt this way. I wish you would have told me this before you cheated, because then I would have looked at it a different way. Now I'm looking at it as like, nigga, this is just your excuse.
Man, yeah, it was the excuse. He tried to finesse you and be like, you made me feel like this. I wasn't happy. That's why I did it. That's a number one excuse. I don't know why. And then the second one is, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do it. They did this for me, but when we do it, yeah, it's all wrong. Anyway, yeah, he tried to finesse you. He know what's up. He just wanted to make you feel bad. That's a quick way to make you feel bad, is to tell you it's your fault.
Because you got caught, because you was never going to tell me. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel about the situation where he's talking about, we had conversations and he was telling me stuff to do, like, oh, I want you to cook more, and then like I would cook more, and then he felt like I wasn't cooking because I wanted to cook. I was cooking because that's what he asked for, and he felt like that wasn't genuine.
King, Nique, King, both of y'all, look here, right in the face, right in the mask. Nique, King, look here. Y'all got out just in time. He was unhappy. He wanted something new. He young. He been saying in the document anyway. He was young and rich. He wanted to play the street. Wanted to play the field. Y'all got out just in time. It ain't your fault. It was his fault because he cheated. He should have just said he didn't want to be in a relationship no more. He seen something better. He want to go ahead and try that out. But since it happened the other way, it ain't neither one of y'all fault. Y'all got out just in time. I always thought y'all were going to be back together. First I thought it was a lie. Then I watched his video and said, oh, this still love. Y'all be okay. Nah, y'all good. Separate. Y'all good. Y'all both try to make it work. Don't be like her. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, yeah, let's finish what you watching.
I'm guessing.
My body language. I should use your body language and know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We got to be on the same page at all times, no way.
I felt like a leash was on me at one point. Like I couldn't do certain things no more, and it was just like taking a toll on the relationship.
That's true.
All this tension, aggravating every time somebody say something. I did that off me, and you know I have to live with that.
Alright, so the main question everybody wants to know is, did you cheat with Carmen?
Did I cheat with Carmen? No. No. I did not cheat with Carmen.
King, Nique body language saying you lying. How much did y'all flirt though? Were y'all trying to play a game? Were y'all trying to get back at? Well, you trying to get back at Nique? Was she trying to get back at Corey? What y'all think? Comment down below. Her body language saying a whole lot.
It was a rumor, miscommunication. I understood what people were saying. I understood.
This is a rumor. It was a rumor that he started, which was, if it is a rumor, I still will never know the truth. It's a rumor that he started. I just feel like, at the time, I feel like it was an unnecessary rumor. If it was just something unnecessary. Like, why would somebody that's so close to me, like if you're my boyfriend, why
Was he trying to hurt you?
Something
Seemed like he was trying to hurt you with
so
that.
close to
That's
me.
what I think.
If it was made up, if it didn't happen, and it was like a very, very in-depth story. I would never get that.
Things went, but I had my reasons. It's not cool. It's not okay. And I was confused when.
Just the gap. Okay, so I'm just going to clear the air about this. He speaks about having his reasons on making the rumor about Carmen. After all this stuff had went on, he's telling me that he doesn't want to be with me, all this type of stuff. I grew closer to Carmen, and I would do stuff, and then I guess he felt that I was with Carmen every day, so he was making the rumor up so that way he could get close to somebody and figure out what I was doing, because I obviously was telling Carmen because I was close to her.
So did you cheat too? Sound like you cheated too. Or you was talking to somebody. The truth will come out. What y'all think? Comment down below. Did she cheat too?
Which is nuts.
When the post was even made, saying something.
The post. Let's listen.
About with this person. And I'm like, you know, to me, I'm like, when we started doing this, you know what I'm saying? We was actually in the house with each other.
We were in the house when I made that tweet.
The post was even made. You know what I'm saying? I remember her telling me, like, I'm about to say da-da-da-da, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I turned my back on her, like, come on now, like, it's not that serious. Like, we not on that.
Okay, you guys. So, when I tweeted the post about supposedly King and Carmen fuck, we were actually in the house together, y'all. I had just found out this news the day before, and you know how you find out something and your boyfriend is just totally shutting you out? He did the wrong. I feel like he should have came to me and explained to me what was going on, but instead of him coming and trying to explain, he ran away from the situation. He ignored my calls. When he got home, he ignored me as if though I did something wrong to him. My reason for posting that tweet is because y'all don't know how many times I said in plain face when he got home, y'all. I was so frustrated because it's like, this dude had to ignore me all day. I'm asking you supposedly slept with this girl. Why are you not telling me what's going on? You're supposed to be explaining to me, okay, well, baby, I know you're hearing this, but it's not that. I got the complete opposite from him. He put it as if though I had did something to him, or he was acting like he was just ignoring me that whole day. Before I made that tweet, I came to him and I said, I'm finna tweet something that I'm never gonna be able to come back from. You know I don't like putting my business out. You know I don't like putting our business out, but I need to know. I need to know the real story. I need to hear you talk now. Like I said, y'all know when the dudes be guilty or whatever, they don't talk. They start to avoid you or start to try to flip the switch and make it seem as if though you did something to them. I wasn't having none of that. I wasn't having none of that, y'all. So what I did was I said, you need to let me know what's going on, because I can only go off of what Ebony is telling me, what Karma is telling me. You need to talk to me, and if you're not gonna talk to me, I'm gonna get my information from somewhere else. So that was my point in us being in the house. That when I tweeted the tweet, I said, before I tweet this tweet, I'm begging you. I said to him, and I said, I'm begging you, tell me what's going on. And he like, no, I don't care. I don't care. I did what I did. Da 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 da. He's like got this big energy, like he I did something to him. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I don't have to deal with this shit. Like, fuck both of y'all at this point. And that's why I tweeted my tweet, and that's why it went from what it was. It could have been solved if he would have just simply said to me and explained what happened, or said to me and told me the story, and I would have dealt with it maybe in private. Maybe I would have went out with it. But I feel like he was not giving me nothing. It's like everybody hiding something from around, everybody hiding shit around you. You just find out.
I can feel that. I can feel that. I really can feel that.
Feel like y'all have some type of connection is not talking to you and making it seem like as if though you did the wrong.
Now I feel you. So that's when you start asking the question like, Karma, who are you loyal to, me or him? And then that do make you think. I'm starting to think he lying. I think he might have did something with her, or he tried to, or it's like it's weird. It's this stuff still seems like it's all fake, cause I ain't nobody get that close to. I know people could be conniving, but that was, man, I don't know. It got me questioning, did she do it? I'm thinking Karma did. I think both of them lying now. I think they tried to. I think it was a get back thing, though. I think Karma slipped up something. You were talking to somebody, and I think Karma told him you were talking to somebody, so he got upset, and he tried to talk to her. Just my opinion. Comment down below what y'all opinion of the situation is. What do y'all think really happened?
You know what I mean? So that's why I tweeted the tweet. He was not surprised. I let him know that I was about to tweet the tweet, and I asked him, do you have anything to tell me before I tweet this tweet? And he was acting all big and bad, and then when I tweeted the tweet, that's when he wanted to talk. And when I tweeted the tweet, that's when he wanted to come say, why did you do that? Ah! But that's what happened.
And when she did it, I think she deleted it. It went like boom.
That's true. It did go boom.
You got 1, 2, and 3 talking about the situation online. You got many thousands of people listening to y'all, talking y'all business. They don't even know y'all, but just know y'all for camera. I'm not gonna do that. I don't like being publicly humiliated.
But he publicly humiliated me.
Maybe needed somebody to talk to, because clearly he can't talk to us. So he I'm gonna make my money from you. So this is very surprising out of my character.
I wouldn't.
I feel like this is very funny that he puts a lot of he looks at this as if though. I feel like this is just very weird that he puts a lot like me and Carmen into this documentary as if though it's like something to tell or something to show. And he puts that live in there, and I feel like that live, y'all, I feel like no matter what, this is one of the reasons why, this is kind of one of the things that made me realize that the relationship probably just wasn't worth saving. Because I feel like regardless of the fact of we arguing, if two people are against me, and I'm feeling all alone because of some shit that you started, and you just disappear, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just wrong. No matter what, you're supposed to defend your woman or the person that you love or your partner. I feel like in that moment, that live, he wasn't there for me. Like I was there by myself. And then that made me realize that, you know, maybe this whole time I really been here by myself. Or maybe this whole time I've been living for us, but maybe he wasn't. You know what I mean? That live, I feel like they were both coming at me and I was alone. You know what I mean? I mean, after, you know, my friends would come in, but where was he? You know, where was he to clear up the misunderstanding?
You're right. He should have came and cleared up if it was all lies. See, a lie, you need to come and clear it up. Sometimes you let people drag a lie out, too, though. And he said he don't like to be embarrassed. I don't know. Whose side y'all on? I know everybody gonna be on Nique's side, but whose side that on? The way she making it seems like she did all right and he did wrong. But we know that's not true. But yeah, what y'all think? I don't know. I'm finished watching this.
Understanding, he had just disappeared. So I just felt like that was just, I mean, and I know he has his reasons, but he started it. He started it all. So I don't get that.
Anything for my views or money, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like that's just me as a person, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't hiding. It wasn't the fact that I was hiding or just in the 30s. Just the fact that wasn't cool. The same night,
A lot of stuff that he did wasn't cool.
Live. I came back home and she was asleep with Kaza, and I was furious because
he was. He woke me up, man.
He had things that I knew already. It was like I was the most person really tried to get my information that I wanted to get, and I didn't get it. Everybody was looking for me to say something. I wanted to make sure home was straight first before I made my little video that I posted. And when I did, I felt it like a big relief once I made the post.
I want to start off by saying that I'm sorry to Nique, and I apologize to all my supporters.
But nobody never asked me how I feel. Nobody never asked me, are you okay?
A lot of people asked him, was he okay? Even my family members, even if the situation was happening to me, a lot of people asked him, was he okay? A lot of people asked him how he felt. Maybe he just didn't want to hear it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more.
But maybe he's looking for you guys to ask him how he felt or something.
And I'm gonna just, take my licks and just pick my head up and I just know what to do next. I just know what not to do next time.
I guess he's saying like his new relationship.
I'm normal, I'm human and all that, because people like to use that to make you feel them, but I can't make nobody feel.
Everybody's human, y'all. People make mistakes.
I can't make you understand.
But people make choices as well, you know what I mean?
No matter what I tell people, I can't make you feel me. I'm hurt as a person as well, too.
And I believe that he's hurt.
I have feelings as well.
He does,
I fed a
y'all.
lie to get information.
He fed a lie.
You know what I'm saying? I can't make nobody believe me. I can't make nobody
We can't.
look at me. You know what I'm saying? It might sound crazy, it might sound stupid, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I told a lie to get some information that I wanted. You heard me? And it went up. And I have to suffer.
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it should have been a different lie if it was a lie, or it should have just been. I just feel like anybody, I wouldn't feel comfortable going into depth about a lie or telling any type of story that was with one of his close friends that could possibly get out and be like, oh, I don't want you to think. I just wouldn't put anybody in the situation that I was put in. So I really would never understand that. And he has his own reasons, like he said, and this is his story to tell.
The consequences because of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know the truth. I know deep down inside me, myself and I and God.
That's good because I'll never know the truth.
Looking back at it in a way and changing things, yes, I go back from the time that I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? I tap myself on the shoulder. Me now, getting out this chill, going back.
There's a lot of me in this video.
Months down the line, just tapping myself on the shoulder. Like, look, bro, this ain't what you want to do. Later on in life, this ain't what you want to do. This ain't it right now. You're gonna lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel a lot. You're gonna hurt a lot. You're gonna hurt a lot of people. You're gonna make people look at you different than what you.
Why you had to put these sad videos in here?
And you know what I'm saying? I heard it a lot. I hurt a lot of people. I hurt myself. I hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I hurt my family. I'm damn sure I hurt the other side of the family. I hurt it. I know for a fact deep down, Kaz don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm hurting him too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot that I have to be, just strong for. I have to be, it's like really being mentally strong for this and really being prepared for this. So me going back in time and to asking myself, you know what I'm saying, like this is what I want to do now. I wish I could go back in time right now and just, switch a little thing. But it's life. The decision of moving out was actually my decision. I moved out of the house because of me. You know, I had to make sure I had King Spillane T Spillane snapped in. It was like your health at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows this. You know what I'm saying? Me and Nique was going through something off camera that, you know what I'm saying, we didn't want the world to even know. I went on LA to like, you know, give space. You know what I'm saying? And we had a moment before I went to LA, and I remember like it was yesterday, and you know what I'm saying? And we both was probably on the edge on what we was.
It was a time, I feel like this is what he's talking about. This is around the time that I had just probably caught him texting and doing other stuff that he probably wasn't supposed to be doing, or that he was hiding from me. And we just decided, we was like, we arguing all the time, you know, you still doing the same stuff, is what I'm telling him. And then that's when I told y'all it switched to like, you know, he's telling me, I don't want to be with you. I don't even like you no more. Everything you do, like every little thing I would do, it would just make him mad, or he just didn't like it. It just got to the point where I felt like he hated me and everything about me. So we had came to the conclusion where it was like, you know, let's just break up. If that's what it is, you know, you telling me you don't like me, you telling me, you know, I'm not this, I'm not good at this.
How mad was he? How hurt was he? What happened?
You know,
what happened?
You don't do this enough. You don't clean enough. You're not a good girlfriend. You don't do this enough. Why do I have to tell you to do this all the time?
Oh, that's what it is. He had another girl waiting in the wing. That's all makes sense. He was trying to go ahead and push you away so you don't want to be around him. And you so he can go deal with other girls so it don't look as obvious. It makes sense. It makes sense. It all makes sense. Yeah, that was him. He just wanted out. He did it the wrong way, but in the end, I guess it's gonna fit both of y'all.
It just was never, everything that I did was always going unnoticed. So it's just, at one point, I'm like, you know, he's telling me that he definitely doesn't want to be with me. I'm crying these days. I'm trying to see what can I do to make him happy and this, that, and the third. And it just kind of was like, you know. So he went to LA, and I went to Miami, and then I actually met up with somebody and had a conversation with somebody, and he found out about the conversation. And I guess that's where everything went downhill. So he says that his trip was for him to clear his mind after he had already told me several times that he did not want to be with me. So I feel like that's what he's talking about, and that probably made everything 10 times worse. But the cheating and everything had already came. It was already a discussion that we were going to break up, and we just went our separate ways.
You know what I'm saying? We was in bed, it was midnight, it was late at night.
The conversation that he's talking about,
she got up and she was, you know, she started to cry, and she was talking to me, and she was telling me.
The conversation that we had, okay, so it was a conversation, y'all. Hold on, let me let it play first.
And she was saying that she wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? And me being me, as a person, you know, I wouldn't want nobody to say they're not happy and they're not happy with me.
Alright, y'all. So this is around the time we first moved into the house. This is about the day, maybe like a week. Okay, guys. So my camera lost storage, but we're back. Okay, so this is around the time that we had just moved into the house. He had cheated. I forgave him from that, and then I started finding out a whole bunch of other stuff. And then it just eventually got to the point where it's like, dang, well, I'm always thinking about all the stuff that you do. I can never look at you the same. I'm always walking on ice. It's just, everything had just got bad, and I wanted to tell him, you know how you let your partner know before it gets too bad that you just not happy. I feel like he mistook this, my conversation, my crying out for help, as of me complaining. Like, I just woke up, and I feel like it was because he was so tired of me and so aggravated with me that he wasn't really trying to see the real. He had this image painted of me already And he was just kind of tired of my bullshit and just tired of me in general. And he just wasn't happy in the situation that he was in. So everything I said would always pick a fight. You know how you just aggravated with somebody? So everything they do is just like, ugh. You know what I mean? So I woke up one night and I was like, you know, I was crying. I'm like, I'm not happy. He had started going out and not telling me. He had stopped sharing his location with me. And I just couldn't trust him because of his mistakes or his actions. I couldn't trust him. He was telling me one thing, but his actions were just, I could feel, you know, a woman know when they man's just not all the way there. And I felt that, and I didn't like the feeling because I wasn't used to that feeling. I wasn't used to feeling uncomfortable. I wasn't used to feeling insecure. I wasn't used to feeling not secure in my relationship. I wasn't used to that stuff. So before it got to a point where I just didn't want to do it no more, I came to him and I told him, you know, I'm not happy. Help me. Let's help our relationship. I want to try. I'm not happy. Like, I was just crying to him saying, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And he was like, well, if you're not happy, break up with me then, because I don't want to be with nobody who ain't happy. And I was like, you know how you want somebody to respond to a conversation different than what they did, and then it make you look like, well, that's, I really wasn't expecting that response. You know what I mean? I wanted to fix our relationship. I wanted it to be better, but he was kind of like, if you ain't happy, break up with me then. Like, if you're not happy, I'm not trying to be with nobody who I'm not happy with. That's the kind of energy he gave off to me. And it kind of made the situation worse. This was before Miami. This was before both of us went to LA. This is kind of the starter of us saying, okay, you know. At one point, I'm like, he hates me. Like, everything I do, I'm insecure within myself because he doesn't like, am I really a good girlfriend? Am I really a good woman? That I started to question myself like that, and I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of another deal breaker.
The tension in the house got real more intense.
Yeah, it got more intense. He started leaving and not. Yeah. One night he came home. He had not been answering my calls or my texts or nothing like that, and he came home at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not gonna accept nobody coming home 5 o'clock in the morning. We supposed to be in a relationship. You're not answering the phone. You're not answering my calls. You're not texting me back. And you want to come at home at 5 o'clock in the morning? Go your ass upstairs and sleep upstairs. And that's how it started, where he started sleeping upstairs, because I wasn't finna tolerate. You're not finna sleep with me if you're gonna be out doing whatever you want to do and I don't know what you're doing. So that's how that came about.
In $1 million house.
Yeah, he started sleeping upstairs and I was sleeping downstairs.
Now where we go from here? Now we just in the house. We don't want to let go of each other, obviously. Fussing and arguing and not seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? She go out of town again. I go out of town again. You know what I'm saying?
It got to the point where we were only sharing the house. We was only sharing the house until he moved out on me. But we were only just sharing the house. I would go where I wanted to go. I was never there. I went from Atlanta to Miami to Atlanta to this place, that place, this place. I was never home. And I feel like every time I would go home, it was depressing. So I'm not gonna lie, I was really trying to run away from being in the same environment with him, because it was just always negative. And he probably was feeling the same way about just staying at home, and he just knew that I stayed there, and that probably didn't sit well with him. You know what I mean?
Just feeling this emptiness and loneliness, and we not talking to each other, and every time we do talk to each other, so that's an argument. It's mentally hurting me.
Mm-hmm. It's mentally hurting everybody.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just starting to, with the people that's around me now helping me, I'm just starting to open up and say certain things and say how I feel. I'm just starting to learn. I'm just learning. If somebody asks you, are you okay? I'm just learning to say, no, I'm not okay.
I feel like that's really good that he's learning that. That was one of the main things that I was trying to get him to do while we was in a relationship. I feel like he was so scared, maybe in the beginning of the relationship, that he would hurt my feelings. He wouldn't. When people hold stuff in, they start to hold it against you, and they let it build up, and it comes out the wrong time. You know what I mean? So I feel like he had held so much stuff in that he wasn't happy about in the relationship, and he had faked it for so long that when it did come, and when all this stuff did come, he was like, I was unhappy, blah, 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 this time, that time. And I'm like, dude, damn, you didn't tell me. Because anytime I'm unhappy, I'm going to let you know, so that way we can avoid the boil over, the hurt, the volcano.
Most men probably never gonna say it. They just gonna deal with it and deal with it and deal with it till they explode, which like you said, is a bad thing. Because once you explode or once you finally say how you feel, it come across angry, and at that time you may not even be angry.
We can avoid, the blowover.
I started to get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I started to.
Alright, so this pretty much nothing. Just her talking about how she felt about documentary. How I feel about documentary already. I feel the king just lied. He lied. He wanted everybody on his side. He played the sympathy card. He was a great actor. That's just my opinion how I feel on the documentary. Then hearing her side, because everybody, like I said, everybody say it's three sides to every story. His side, her side, and the truth. Now we don't know the truth, but we could take his side and her side and put it and see we see together and piece together the truth. I think they both cheated. Just being honest, they both cheated on each other. She may have been talking to somebody first, or I'm sorry, I think he cheated first. Then she tried to get him back by just talking to somebody, and then I think he kept going and doing other stuff again. I think she got tired. I think she's like, I know you doing something, and then it just got to the point where it just got real bad that they had to call it quits. But anyway, let's see what she talking about. I think she about to talk about this side chick. Let's see.
About it in response to, I know a lot of people are saying, how do I feel about him getting into a relationship so soon? I have really no words for him and his relationship, y'all. People move on, and I'm down for whatever makes him happy. If that's making him happy, kudos to him. I hope he surrounds himself with nothing but nothing but, what's the word I'm trying to say, genuine women. I want him to surround himself around genuine people, and people that's gonna be there for him, not just for media or anything else. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I've known about the girl because it was one of the girls that he was actually talking to, and one time we had a whole argument about the girl and how he, it was kind of one of those situations where it's like, you don't have to worry about her, she's only doing my hair, it's nothing like that, see, you so insecure, da 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 da. And I'm glad that God took me out of that situation, because I see where I probably would have been at if I was still in that situation. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like one of those moments, like, it was like, oh, she was one of the girls your dude told you not to worry about. And that's completely fine. Like, I can only be thankful for what I'm blessed with right now. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he surrounds himself with genuine women, people that are not just out there to just talk to him or, in that situation. But y'all, let that man move on. Don't attack him. Don't attack that girl. Just let them do their own thing, and it is what it is, y'all.
I think she's still low-key hurt. I think it was a good document. I think, like I said before, King made a big lie. I think she cleared up some of his lies. I think she kind of filled in the gaps. And I think we all probably done came into the narrative of our own story. I figured it was a girl that he been talking to move on that fast. Because, move on that fast, you kind of building a house on the other side. And most of these folk clout chasing anyway for their money. She basically saying she was down for him for nothing, so she just hoping that the next girl he get with is down for him for the same way she's down for him, and not down for him for a come up. So what y'all think about this documentary? Y'all comment down below if y'all made this far. If y'all made this far, say I made it, and I know you make it that far. And it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Long video. Well, I don't know if y'all gonna get this far, but I can't believe I made it this far. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe. I'm out.